Today we plunge into the thrilling world of the Unidad de Operaciones Especiales, Spain's Special Forces. Think you've got what it takes? Well, let's dive right in and see if you can keep up. It's time for a little history lesson. Our tale begins in the 1950s when the world was deep in the throes of the Cold War. Spain, like many countries, had to adapt. And what's more adaptable than an elite squad of maritime commandos? Thus, the Unidad de Operaciones Especiales, the UOE, was born. Your big dream to be one? Recruitment for the UOE isn't like signing up for your local gym membership. No, this is more like a never-ending marathon meets the world's toughest mudder with a sprinkle of Mensa tests for good measure. So how does it all start? With a tough selection process. They don't just pick anyone who can do a few push-ups and run a couple of miles. Oh no. They're looking for the best of the best. Those rare gems who can shine even under extreme pressure. And let me tell you folks, the pressure here is as extreme as my mother-in-law at a family dinner. Once you're in, the real fun begins. And by fun, I mean intense, brutal, and punishing training. We're talking grueling physical drills, where you'll swim miles in the freezing sea, run up mountains with a full pack, navigate through treacherous terrains, and survive with limited supplies. And that's just Monday. The rest of the week is even more demanding. Now, if you're thinking that's all there is to it, you're wrong. Remember, the UOE isn't just looking for muscle. They need brains, too. You see, the training also involves mastering advanced combat techniques, learning survival skills, getting a grip on special weapons, and understanding the ins and outs of military strategy. And did I mention the language lessons? Because apparently, saving the world doesn't always happen in Spanish. Then there's the mental toughness part. In the UOE, a strong mind is just as crucial as a strong body. Because when you're out there in the field, it's not just about physical strength or endurance. It's about resilience, adaptability, and quick thinking. It's about keeping your cool when bullets are flying, time's running out, and everything's going south. So you better believe they make sure you're psychologically prepared for all that. After your training is done, you can start to work. Perhaps a spot of bomb defusing with your morning coffee, a sprinkling of hostage rescuing over lunch, and a dollop of counter-terrorism to round off the evening. It's all in a day's work for these brave souls. The call comes in. The team is assembled. The clock is ticking. And let me tell you, there's nothing more thrilling than a live mission. But don't be fooled. These operations aren't like an episode from an action-packed TV show where everything goes according to plan. No, real-life missions have more twists and turns than a mountain road and need serious preparation. To give you a taste of it, let's take an imaginary scenario. Say there's a hostage situation in a remote location. The intelligence unit is first to spring into action, gathering crucial data, from the number of hostiles to the color of the carpet in the hostage room. No detail is too small. Back at the base, the team preps, strategies are discussed, and equipment is readied. It's a frenzy of activity, like a bizarre blend of a chess tournament and a triathlon. Now comes the execution stage, the moment when theory meets practice. The team, decked out in their gear, approaches the location. Stealth is the key here. One wrong move and things could go south faster than a snowball in hell. They get into position, waiting for the signal. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. And then, it's go time. The precision and coordination are something to behold, each movement practiced to perfection. But their work is getting a little bit easier because of their amazing gear. First off, weapons. The UOE packs quite a punch with a variety of firearms suited for every situation. From the reliable HK-416 assault rifle to the sleek, silenced MP5SD5 for covert operations, they've got a tool for every task. And for those pesky long-distance problems, they've got the mighty BARRETT M82 sniper rifle. No need for anger management when you have this kind of long-range relationship, right? But it's not all about the guns. Oh no. The UOE's artillery includes a lineup of explosive ordnance. This is where things get really exciting. We're talking about C4, fragmentation grenades, and anti-tank weaponry. Just a typical shopping list for our UOE pals. Moving on to the gadgets, the UOE makes use of advanced communication systems that keep them connected and coordinated, no matter how remote or challenging the environment. These devices are as secure as fort transportation is, another essential in the UOE playbook. Whether it's high-speed, rigid-hull inflatable boats for naval operations, MV-22 Ospreys for airborne insertion, or modified SUVs for swift ground mobility, the UOE knows how to make an entrance. Then there's the gear. Lightweight body armor, night vision goggles, climbing equipment, diver propulsion vehicles for underwater ops. You name it, they have it.